What is up, everyone? Podcast people, podcast universe. We back. Another episode, Ramehs Radio. This is episode 6. But before we go any further, allow me to introduce my lovely co-host. Go ahead, say something to the people.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy UndeadEnigma back again for another podcast. We on episode 6 of Ramehs Radio, and I'm super gassed up to get to this episode.
Yeah, we got some good topics today. Some really interesting stuff. We got some controversy. So let's not waste any time. Let's get
Hold on. Actually, I want to address something. Let me get the mic for a second.
Go ahead.
I was looking at some of the comments, going through them on some of the previous episodes, and somebody said that I made my voice way deeper at the beginning. You're a hater, because no, I did not. My voice fluctuates a lot, so sometimes I talk higher, sometimes I talk lower.
It's called intonation.
I just want to make
people.
sure that the mic can pick up what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, man.
And sometimes I get excited. Sometimes I get gassed.
It's okay. The voice get a little high, you know. It's okay. Don't trip. But yeah, we are going to touch on the first topic. Konami, the infamous game studio. I think now they make slot machines. Pretty sure that's the last thing I heard about Konami.
They always did. Konami's always been a game company first, but that means that they make a multitude of games because Konami publishes Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay. Interesting tidbit. Didn't know that. But Konami, they have partnered with Bloober Team to create what people think will be a Silent Hill game. So we got an article here from Eurogamer. Pretty much they're saying that Silent Hill publisher Konami has confirmed a partnership with Bloober Team, developer of horror games such as The Medium and Blair Witch. I don't know if the viewers have played those games. The Medium was okay. Blair Witch was kinda cool. I kind of liked it.
I was told Blair Witch was kind of a cult classic. A lot of people talk about it. The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, people like that game. A lot of people like that game. But they have partnered to quote unquote produce games from existing and new IPs. So that could mean pretty much anything, but what a lot of people are speculating is that will eventually bring a new Silent Hill game. So, Enigma, how do you feel about Konami potentially bringing a Silent Hill game without Kojima in it?
My question is why people think that this studio is gonna make Silent Hill. Have they previously worked on Silent Hill games before? Because they could just be working on a new horror-esque IP for Konami, and because I don't even know if Konami can just use the Silent Hill name still. I don't know how much stake Kojima had in that.
Yeah, that's true. I think what the part that got people thinking, oh, there might be Silent Hill, is that little part where it says existing. So they might think, okay, so Konami might dig back in a Birkin and pull out a Silent Hill game, especially when people have been really, really wanting it, and it's been talked about. It's been kind of, I would say, idolized. A lot of people talk about that Silent Hills PT demo. People, to this day, people really still talk about it.
Yeah, people, that's a cult classic. People be selling PlayStations with that on it. But you gotta remember that Konami has a vast history of games. I definitely wanted to pull up the list just so that I didn't misspeak on anything. But Konami's got Super Bomberman under their belt. They got Contra, Frogger. So there's plenty of existing IPs. That's why I'm wondering if there's any specific reason why people are thinking that it's going to be Silent Hill, or if it's just because they worked on horror-esque games before, like Blair Witch. Because they worked on Konami has Castlevania. They got PES. Ain't nobody bringing back PES.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to watch and see how this develops, because as you know, the gaming industry is just filled with leaks and special insiders that, they'll give us little tidbits and little hints. So it will be interesting to watch this unfold. I'm just gonna die of laughter if they're just gonna bring back like you said, like Castlevania, or which actually wouldn't be bad. It could be kind of cool to get another Castlevania
would
game.
Be dope.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be mad if they brought back Castlevania, because the last one they made on 360, that game actually ended on like a cliffhanger, because I can spoil it. That game is mad old. If you haven't played it, you're not gonna play. But pretty much what happens, yeah, the last one, the one that was on 360, that one, it ends like he pretty much like ends up in like current day, because like the game takes place like centuries ago, and he ends up in current day. So that game kind of was hinting towards a modern day Castlevania, but you know, we never got that.
The reason why I'm asking is because I'm pretty sure they continued it, because there's a Lords of Shadow 2.
There is?
Yes.
Wow.
Came out in 2014.
Well, that's crazy.
So the one you're talking about is the one that came out in 2010, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. So there is a continuation to that.
Oh, I hike, you need to play that. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a Lords of Shadow 2. I knew there was. That's why I was like, are you talking about Lords of Shadow?
Yeah, I need to play that then. But yeah, that would be fire if we did get another Castlevania game, just in general though. I would like it. Like, just on the new hardware, better graphics, better frame rates. I think it'd be cool. But yeah, it would just be funny if they just make other games and the Silent Hill game never comes out. But I mean, could happen.
That actually would be kind of funny, because people would be super bitter.
Yeah, they would be. They'd be bitching. You know, they bitch on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the news. There's not too much to lean into here, because all we have is the actual confirmation of the partnership. So
yeah, there's not really a lot to speculate. It's more just like guesswork at this point. So we'll see what happens with it. As long as Konami actually uses their intellectual properties, I think that it'll be a good thing. Yo, you know, it would be out of pocket if they're partnering with the studio to come with some like more Metal Gear stuff, like that one bad spin-off, Metal Gear Survive or whatever. You know, the zombie one.
The zombie one. Yeah.
Yeah, if they come up with something else like that, ooh, we're throwing hands, Konami.
Hey man, that's the thing. Konami just doesn't care. They about they bread, bro. They do not care at all. So I wouldn't be surprised. People would still buy it though. That's the funny thing. They would complain, but they would still buy it, which is actually crazy.
I know it wouldn't be me, but people would still buy it.
Hey man, but we'll see. We'll see how this ends up. We'll see if these games are even good at the end of the day, because you know how it go nowadays, bro. They be hyping up games and they come out and they're not even good most of the time. So we'll see. But anything else to say about Konami Bluebird team up?
All I have to say about that is that Konami fumbled the bag when they disrespected Kojima, and I think that that's an excellent segue into our next topic.
True. So Kojima, there's a little inkling, a little hinting towards him making an Xbox exclusive game. So this article here from Video Game Chronicle states that Kojima signed a letter of intent stating that he plans to work with Microsoft to bring this Xbox Hideo Kojima, I think I'm saying his name correctly, bring this game to life. So this will be interesting. This will definitely be interesting, and I really want to see what the public reception is going to be to this news. What do you think? What do you think the public reception would be? Imagine Kojima just comes out. I don't know if he has a Twitter, but he just comes out on an official page and says, yeah, Hideo Kojima Studios and Microsoft making a game is dropping 2-3 years from now. What do you think the public reception would be?
Kojima absolutely has a Twitter and he uses it.
Oh.
He's actually like super active on it.
Oh, really?
And like I'm pretty sure he types in English. Like he bought Snyder cut of Batman V, or not Batman V, Justice League. He bought the Snyder cut, and he freaking tweeted about it and posted a picture, and he was like, very rare to see director's name on the like on the title, blah blah blah, blah. It was really funny. Anyways, Kojima's a meme. I say that to say everybody knows that Kojima's a meme. So if you care about Kojima, you're already following him on Twitter, you already know that he's probably doing this, and you know that he's about his bag, because that's why he left. Like, that's why him and Konami had a problem in the first place. So Kojima's the type of man who's gonna go anywhere to make his bag. Do I think that like the Xbox and the PlayStation fanboys are gonna come out of the woodwork and have a lot to say about it? Absolutely. I think they're gonna have a ton to say about it, especially if the game is good. Because Death Stranding was a 50-50. And Silent Hill PT never came out. So PlayStation's gonna get real reamed if the Xbox game, the Xbox exclusive, is really good. So I think that the Twitter fanboys of each console are definitely gonna have their war, but I don't think that in general people are gonna care too much, because Kojima's always shown himself to be someone who's about the bag first and foremost.
Yeah, there's no problem with Kojima getting to his bag.
It's not like he's only making games for Xbox now. It's like an exclusivity deal for this particular game, because Kojima, when he left Konami made Kojima Studios, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I think it's
it's not like Microsoft is going to Kojima and saying, hey, make us a game. It's like Microsoft is sending a contract to Kojima Studios to make a game.
It's just like a partnership, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just because Kojima's name and face are on it, and it was built off of his back, that we talk so much about him. But it's like what we just talked about with Konami partnering with that developer to potentially make a Silent Hill game. It's the exact same deal. Konami could go back to Kojima Studios and proposition them for a game, but he would probably say no.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like this, especially if he's about his bag, this definitely makes sense, because Microsoft has shown that they will spend money to get what they want. They wanted Bethesda, they threw them, I don't remember the exact number, but it was in the billions. It was definitely in the billions. They threw
threw them beads.
Yeah, got all of their games. There was another studio that they bought as well. I don't remember, but that was kind of a bigger one too. Was it Ninja Theory?
Yeah, they do own Ninja Theory. Yeah, they do own Ninja Theory.
Yeah, so... No, you got something to say?
No, sorry, I said it was Ninja Theory, you're right.
Oh, okay, yeah. But Microsoft is known to throw people to bag, so this would only make sense as a next step forward, kind of. And yeah, I think the public reception is going to be very interesting, because yeah, you're going to have the Xbox camp that's going to come out and be like, yeah, we got Kojima XYZ, and then you're going to have the PlayStation fans. Obviously they're going to hate on it. I feel like PlayStation fans are like kind of bitter, bro. They're like very bitter, like for no reason. I don't know why. Probably because they don't get no sun. They don't go outside. But anyway, they stuck inside all day playing Ratchet and Clank and God of War. But let me stop. Nah, but
fire.
Nah, but yeah, I do think the public reception would be very interesting. I just want to see if Xbox owners are going to play it though, like, because it's been shown that sometimes Microsoft will get like a really good exclusive, or they'll make an exclusive game, and the sales just don't reflect the hype that the Xbox camp has for the game. So I just hope that they actually...
Yeah, Microsoft knows that. They solved that problem now, remember?
Yeah, with Game Pass. Yeah,
it's called Day One Game Pass. They'd be putting games on Game Pass day one. This, if Kojima is making an exclusive, is definitely going on Day One Game Pass. Because it's going to be like Days Gone esque. And that would have been... Sorry, no. I don't know if I said Days Gone before, but I mean Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. No, you said Death Stranding the first time. Yeah, you said it the first time.
Okay. That's the game that I'm talking about. Yeah. So it's gonna be Death Stranding esque, and that game sold well because it was on PlayStation, and PlayStation fanboys eat up everything that's an exclusive. But it would have benefited from a Game Pass like service.
Yeah, that's definitely a game you would throw on Game Pass, because it's not like...
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like this game, like, it was definitely hyped. It was a hyped game, but it was not a game that everyone was feeling straight out the gate. Like, it wasn't like when people saw...
EIP.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Sure.
It wasn't like when people saw, like, I'll throw out an example. It wasn't like an example like how people saw Scalebound and they said, bruh, like, I have to get that game day one. Like, pretty much everyone that saw that game said, bruh, like, if they fix the frame rate issues, and I have to buy it. It was more like, let me wait it out, let me see, let me hear some reviews. So that definitely would have been a game that would have definitely benefited from some sort of Game Pass model. But yeah,
that's why I think that they would probably do it for this.
Yeah, it
would probably be a lot stronger for them to do it like this.
It would make sense for it to hit Game Pass. I think Microsoft actually said every Xbox exclusive is gonna hit Game Pass day one from now on. Isn't it? I swear that's what they said.
I'm pretty sure they said that too. I just don't want to. I don't want to hold myself to that because Microsoft will not hold themselves to that. The minute that that's not lucrative for them and they can put something out not on Game Pass, they will.
Yeah, that's true. They gonna change it up. They about to bang. Hey, they paper chasers, bro.
Sony said they believed in generations and weren't gonna make cross-gen games, and now God of War and Horizon are gonna be cross-gen. So you tell me.
Yeah, man. I mean, you don't pay your CEOs and your most influential staff hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars a year to, be nice and kumbaya with it. Like, you there to make money.
They get paid to please the investors. Yeah. So it is what it is. At the end of the day.
But it's understandable. It's understandable. I honestly, I just want to see what type of game this is gonna be, though. If this does come out, and it sounds like it will come out, I just want to see what type of game this will be, because Death Stranding was a very... the only category I think you could put that game in is adventure. I think that's the only category you can really realistically fit.
Nah, that game was a movie, bro. That game suffered from the same problem as The Order 1886 did back on PlayStation 4. Oh, I mean, they were both on PlayStation 4. I digress. It suffered from being a cinematic experience. That's literally what it is.
I don't know.
You're playing the game, yeah, but it's the experience that you're there for. It's the world and the story and the universe that you're being thrusted into. Not the core gameplay loop.
Well, Metal Gear Solid was more of like an actual... I'm just trying to think of like games that Kojima's actually
Metal
made.
Gear Solid was both. Metal Gear Solid is very story heavy. Kojima wants to make movies. That's why I don't know why he's acting like he doesn't just want to be a movie director.
Didn't he say at one point he wanted to direct a movie?
Yes, he wants to make movies. Kojima's been saying that Hideo Kojima wants to make movies. That's what he wants to do. But it's just not been in his avenue, so he makes games that are movies.
It's gonna be interesting to see the public reception once the game actually comes out. I'm definitely gonna play it because
I think it'll be interesting to see the public reception once an official announcement is made and we get to see a title of something.
One thing though, I still have to play Death Stranding. I'm gonna play it now that it's on sale. I've seen it on sale a bunch of places, so I'm gonna play it now.
I ain't even gonna play it. I've played it in other people's places. I'm good off that one.
I'm gonna give it a chance.
I was at a friend's house and she was playing it, and literally the baby started crying as she's getting shot by 3 ghost mans. So she had to start rocking the baby while she's getting bullets in the brain. I'm like, this ain't it. This ain't for me.
Oh, so you're deadass babysitting while you're on the quest.
Bro, the baby thing is umbilically tethered to you. It's like some spirit shit. Bro, just play the game. I ain't even
I'm gonna play it. I'm definitely gonna play it now that's on sale.
Kojima made a movie. Anybody who is interested in Death Stranding, pick it up on sale or watch a Let's Play on YouTube, because that is a movie. That is an experience. That's a film.
Yeah. Well, I will be waiting for this Kojima game. I will definitely report on it on the podcast and on stream.
We don't talk about that
at twitch.tv/it's Ramehs. So, yeah, I mean, interesting. Any other pieces to touch on before you move on to our next topic?
No, I think that this just seems like an this just seems like an excellent business move for both Microsoft and Kojima Studios, and I think that as long as this project gets enough funding and Kojima is able to create his vision, then I think that Kojima fans will be satisfied.
I definitely agree with you. Moving on though, you guys remember, well, some of you maybe aren't old enough to remember this, but on the original Xbox 360, there used to be ads on the dashboard, like the home screen.
Oh God.
And a company by the name of Player One, Player WON, is partnering with other game publishers to bring advertisements to console games. So I can't believe this. Article from Kotaku states that Player One, described as a quote-unquote first of its kind in-game advertising platform, has signed deals with companies like EA and Hi-Rez. If you guys don't know who Hi-Rez is, they make Smite.
And Paladins.
Yeah,
Paladins
and
actually runs really well on Switch, by the way. 60 FPS on Switch.
Oh,
shameless plug.
Oh, I might have to play that. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually super good on Switch. Anyways, let's get back to the bullshit.
Yeah, but
10-minute nice night clock.
Man, so they're pretty much going to, if you ever played a free mobile game, you know that you can watch ads to kind of get rewards in game. Like they'll give you coins, or they'll give you whatever the in-game currency is, or they'll give you some sort of in-game reward for watching the ad. So they plan to bring this style of gaming, or this style of media consumption, to gaming, console gaming. How do you feel about this, Enigma?
Well, you see, here's something that I'm gonna say. It used to be optional to see ads and get rewards. Now, you get an ad every couple seconds after you die in a level in a mobile game. And that's probably gonna be the route that they're going with this. Now, here's what I think. They know that everybody's cutting the cord, and traditional television advertising is not as effective or as lucrative as it used to be. You're not getting as much of a return on your investment. So they're looking for other ways to advertise. Now, if you want to advertise on the internet and do it through streaming services like YouTube, or so YouTube has the option to pay for YouTube Premium or YouTube Red. It's YouTube Premium now, right?
Yeah, YouTube Premium.
And not see ads. Or you can use YouTube free and you have to view ads, technically.
There's ways around it.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's the model. Instead of throwing advertisements into video games and interrupting my gaming experience for something that I paid $60 for, because it's fine with free-to-play games, but if I'm paying for the game, then that's ridiculous. Instead of doing that, why don't they just do that with companies like Netflix and stuff? Just start advertisement models. Then you can have free Netflix. Then people don't have to pay a ridiculous price for a subscription service for Netflix, because Netflix can just use ads.
There's actually a streaming service that has that model already. I don't remember the name like off the top of my head. I know Crunchyroll does it, but there's another streaming platform that does it. Like they have a huge catalog, but
Verve?
The only thing,
Verve?
No, it's not Verve.
Is it because Verve is that one that's like a collective of a bunch of other streaming services.
No, I've never used Verve. I might look. You have to check that out if that's the case. But the name of it is escaping me now. But yeah, this is not. Well, for the companies, this is definitely a good idea because one, they get paid to put the ads in the games. But for the gamers, I mean, think about it. You finish a game, or you finish a online lobby in Call of Duty, and in between the lobby, in between the game ending screen to the main lobby where you're waiting for the game to start back up again, a Doritos ad plays, and then a Mountain Dew ad plays, and then 2 other ads play, and you get like COD points for that. Like, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't like that, because you could have just circumvented all of that really and truly by we're already paying for the game, so why not just put all the content in there? But I understand microtransactions, okay, you want to make secondary revenue from the game, but I don't know, it could be seen as good and bad really and truly, because like those kids that don't be spending like, imagine if they brought this to Fortnite, and like you watched like 4 or 5 ads and you got like 20 V-Bucks. Yo, you know how many people would be watching ads on Fortnite? Because there's a lot of kids that don't want to spend money on V-Bucks. So, I mean,
they don't have the access to spend money on it. But,
yeah.
I will offer this as a rebuttal. Game companies are already making so much off of the whales of microtransactions. The way that I got like this topic was brought to me was through a video, and the person who was making the video also read some statistics from Statista. That's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one.
Statistics from Statista. Oh, I can't even say that shit.
And they made, in 2020, they made over $5.7 billion in microtransactions, in-game subscriptions, and other revenues. They only made, and this was Activision Blizzard in 2020.
Damn.
And it's more than 2/3 of their revenue. They made 2.3 billion off of product sales, and then the other 5.7 billion came from in-game subscription services and other fees. Which, don't get me wrong, it's Activision Blizzard, so I mean, World of Warcraft is literally a subscription service. You pay every month to play it. But this also accounts for Overwatch microtransactions. I think Activision Blizzard owns COD on PC, right? So
COD
yeah, this
well.
COD microtransactions, Warzone microtransactions, battle passes, everything.
Bruh.
So they made that much money off microtransactions, and then companies still have the audacity to be like, oh yeah, let's get ads in here too. It's like, come on.
This actually makes me hate 2K when I think about it now, because I heard something similar to that, but Take-Two Games, they own Rockstar, 2K Games, Gearbox, they own all those. They put out a report regarding 2K, and they said that 2K20 was the best 2K game for them revenue wise. Like, that was the most money they have ever made off of a 2K game. And you know what makes me sick? They dead ass had ads in that game. Like, if you walk through the park, if you play 2K, if you walk through the park, the reason why the game is like the frame rate has drops at sometimes is because they have the render distance up. They have the render distance turned up, so you can see the billboards in the back that say like Ruffles or Reese's or whatever the hell they're advertised. Like, bro, it's like you're making all this money off microtransactions, and then on top of that, we're paying for the game, and then on top of that, you're now putting ads, which bogs down the game. It literally hurts the core gameplay of the game because you want to make even more money. That shit made me sick to my stomach. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. But
oh my goodness, yeah,
yes,
that's absolutely disgusting.
There are game companies already doing stuff like this. I guess this is just going to, I guess, reward us for actually watching these ads, which, I mean, if you gonna put it in my butt, at least give me some lube to put in my butt, bruh. So, you know, I'll take that.
We at least hope that's gonna reward us. That's like assuming that that's how this is going to work, but until it actually is implemented, we have no idea.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's actually insane. You pay full price for a game. In some cases, if it's a Sony game, you're paying more now because they feel like they shit don't stink. Their games deserve to be even more with their quote unquote amazing cinematic experiences. But I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna stop. You gotta pay more. You gotta pay more for the Sony games. Then you gotta pay for the microtransactions if you want to actually play the game comfortably and have fun. Then you gotta have ads in this game now because they want to make even more money. Like, it's crazy now, man. It's just gotten out of hand. It has.
Yeah, like everything's a business to a certain point, but how much longer are you gonna keep finessing me and screwing me as the consumer over just so that we can just so that you guys can line your pockets fatter? That's crazy. That's out of pocket. But anyways, anything else that you got to say about this advertisement nonsense?
Nah, nothing really left to say. Just, hey man, hey, if y'all bring it to Fortnite, I'll actually watch those ads though. I ain't even gonna hold you. If you was giving me free V-Bucks, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch some ads so I can start Millie rocking on my foes for free.
Exactly. I'd take some emotes, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah, for sure. Let me progress my battle pass a little bit. Because you wasted my time by making me watch these, eh? That's time I could be in matches progressing my battle pass.
Hey man, that's time I could be spending to beat games.
Accurate.
But
speaking of which, that's a great segue into our next topic.
Yeah, we just wanted to add a little segment, something new, something fresh. Pretty much just talk about the games that we beat. Nothing super in depth because, you know, we don't want to spoil anything, but just talk about any
just
games.
A general first impressions thing about some things that we've been maybe finished recently or something that we've been stuck on. Just opinions.
Yeah.
And this is just something that I thought would be nice to close out the gaming section. It's not going to be something that we necessarily do every episode, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's true. So, Enigma, I'll let you take the floor first. Have you beat any games recently? Any games you want to talk about?
You want me to go first? All right.
Yeah,
well,
go first.
I think it's interesting. I feel like the current console generation has been pretty dry. I feel like not a lot of games have come out, and the ones that have, I haven't been super interested in. I didn't want to play Demon Souls. I don't like the franchise in general. I didn't want to play Returnal. I played Miles Morales. That was quick. But recently, Sony released Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and I was so hooked on that game that I beat it in 5 days.
Damn. You was in it. You was indeed.
I was really in the sauce. I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't played it because it is brand new, but I will say that I think that the game has really good pacing. I think the story's told in a really interesting way that keeps you hooked. Realistically speaking, you could sit down and beat it in a couple days like I did, because it's so interesting and it flows very well. The pacing is great. And I think that the new characters add an interesting dynamic to the show. The game rather. But I don't think that if you're going into it expecting a completely new and unique Ratchet and Clank experience, that's not what you're gonna get. It's a lot more of what you're used to with Ratchet and Clank, but turned up.
Interesting. We didn't talk about this on the pod, pretty much because I hadn't played it yet, and Enigma, I don't know why I said Enigma hadn't really jumped into it yet, so we didn't really want to touch on it too much because it doesn't make sense to touch on something you don't really know about.
That we have no idea about.
But it does sound, from what I'm hearing from other people, from other reviews, game is good. Graphically, gameplay wise, it's good, and the story is good. So, I mean, definitely, I have to pick it up later. But yeah, it's good to hear that, you know, they are, at least there's some bright spots. The
game didn't do exactly what I thought it was going to do. In the trailers, they made it seem like you would be like fighting enemies in a level, and then a portal would open up and you'd go through it and there'd be a whole nother level there. So I was very excited to, like, I thought they were taking advantage of the SSD. Things were gonna load super quickly. You were gonna like have 2 levels in one sometimes, but it didn't go that route. It really wasn't that at all. But once I scaled my expectations back from that and looked at the game for what it was, it's a solid Ratchet and Clank experience.
Oh, so they kind of hit you with that Ubisoft Watch Dogs type beat.
They never explicitly said it though. At least they didn't do that. Ubisoft
that was
the type
crazy.
to tell you that a feature is going to be in the game and then just not have it ever planned.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is a game I definitely have to get to within the generation. I low-key want to get to Returnal 2. I'm hearing some really good things about it, but yeah, definitely.
I'm not interested in it because I don't like roguelikes.
Yeah, I've never played one either, but I've heard a lot of people who don't even like playing those games say it's a good game. So I mean, I'll try it on sale. Like, it's not a game I'm definitely not gonna buy full price because I'm not paying full price for that. But you know, if it's on sale, if it's like a cool $30-$40, I'll pick it up. Yeah, I'll try it.
Well, the term roguelike is very forgotten because like, have you ever played The Binding of Isaac?
Yeah, that's like
a roguelike.
16-bit
So you
game.
have played it. Yeah, so you have played a roguelike. That's the one with the crying child.
Yeah.
That shoots the. Yeah, that game is a roguelike.
Oh.
What makes a roguelike is that the levels are randomly generated and it changes on every run. Because that's what the term roguelike means, a game that's like Rogue. Because Rogue was one of the first games to do that.
Damn, bro, I'm getting my video game history, my lessons right now, bro. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I haven't played one that's as deep as Returnal. Yeah, like Binding of Isaac, I played that, but like that was like kind of like, you know, it was just like a light game almost. But you know, Returnal, from what I'm hearing, it is decent. And I want
that's something that you're interested in, but what have you been beating recently?
Oh, what have I been beating?
Or playing? Oh,
playing.
I just want to give the opportunity for you to share it, because we were just talking about what I had finished, and we kind of got sidetracked into games that we were just interested in general. So I want to give you the floor now.
Oh yeah. What I've been beating, in general, what I've been playing, I play a lot of UFC. I beat Until Dawn.
Boys the hands, eh?
Yeah, definitely, bro. I love UFC. I've been a big UFC player ever since the first one came out on 360. I bought the first one. I bought it like 2 times because I lost it and then bought it again.
Oh, you're telling me 360 days? Rebuying games was definitely necessary. Yeah. You either lose the disc or it gets scratched. It gets scratched,
yeah. They don't even know about those ones. They lucky they got the Blu-ray players, but yeah.
Yes, sir.
Playing a lot of UFC. As I said, I'm playing the remake of Ratchet and Clank. But in terms of games that I beat, I finally beat Until Dawn. It was a while ago though. It was like maybe like a month ago. I want to say month, 2 months ago. Good game. Liked it. It's a story game though. Leaned on the story, but I mean, to be expected. And God of War. God of War has been a game I've been playing it spread out, so it took me, I would say, roughly 2 months to beat it. But in terms of actual playtime, I'd say maybe 24 hours, 25 hours. I don't know exactly how much, but God of War, man, the crazy thing was I played a bit of that game on PS4. Like I gotten to play a little bit of it. And it was cool, but I just wasn't like invested. But I liked the game and it got me hyped for Ragnarok. But when they had it on the PS Plus collection, I was like, you know what, let me jump back in. And I was like, wow, like this game, getting deeper into it, this game is actually really good. The story is amazing. The story,
I was gonna ask why you re-downloaded it, but I remember you have a digital PlayStation 5?
Yeah, the digital.
That's why.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, the story is wild. The story is crazy. It's definitely foreshadows some crazy stuff. Once again, I'm not gonna spoil. Yeah, the game came out a while ago, but it's still only 2018, so I'm pretty sure there's still people that haven't played it. But the story's
there's
crazy.
people who haven't had a chance to touch that. Even me myself,
Yeah.
it's on my docket. It's one of the next games that I want to play, but I haven't finished it yet. I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Yeah, man, the story is insane. Just the lead up, the build up, and you really get to see the true connection between Kratos and Atreus. So good game, really liked it. Some of the enemies were a little bit repetitive, but I mean, besides that, the story was really good. So that's really what I've been hitting on in the past little bit. Yeah. Moving on to music though, there were some pretty big drops in the past week to 2 weeks. So we're gonna touch on first the guy himself, Herbert, G Herbo or Lil Herb. He dropped a new album called 25. I'm pretty sure he's referring to the statistic that says most. I don't know exactly what the statistic says, but it says most. A lot of young men in like lower income areas like Section 8 project housing and stuff like that, they die before the age of 25. I'm pretty sure that's what it's referring to. So, and plus he turned 25, so there is that.
Oh, I see. Double entendre.
Yeah, he turned 25 as well, so it's kind of like celebrating that, and I'm pretty sure referring back to the statistic. But I'll let you touch on this album because I feel like I have a little bit to say, so I'll just let you go first.
Yeah, I don't think I have as much to say as you. I actually just listened to it for the first time just before we started recording, but I gave it a pretty attentive listen to. I didn't listen to it in the pre-show when we were talking. I listened to it before we got in a call. And I thought it was pretty decent. I definitely want to listen to it again. I only ended up saving about 3 tracks to my playlist the first time through, but that's just because of the way that I listen to my music. Not everything seemed to just fit on shuffle, but it's definitely telling a story, and he definitely has something that he wants to say, and I have to give it another listen to really hear his message, because some of these bars were heavy bars, and I think that I'm not a huge G Herbo fan. I haven't been keeping up with G Herbo since the YouTube days. I have a friend who would listen to G Herbo's old stuff on YouTube when G Herbo was first putting out music, and no one knew who he was. Or well, some people knew, but I didn't. I say all that to say, I think that his music has changed a lot, and I think that it's shown a lot of range. He's shown a lot of dynamic prowess and a lot of range in his vocal inflections, in the way that he delivers his message. Everything's just grown. It just shows that he's really been putting in the work and that he really likes what he's doing. And that's pretty much my first impressions of the album.
Yeah, I've listened to this album, I want to say 1.5 times. I've listened to it all the way through, and then I listened to it halfway, maybe 8-9 tracks through, and then there was specific songs that I like to listen to that I listened to. One thing I will say about this album and G Herbo in general is G Herbo, if you really know about G Herbo or Lil Herb back in the Lil Herb days, you will know, or you'll hear, that there has been a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean you can go back to days where G Herbo was literally rapping kind of off beat on the beats, to now he has songs with choirs, and he has definitely progressed, not only as an artist but as a person as well, and you can hear it through the music and the way that he approaches the music. Songs that really stood out to me on this album, I Don't Want to Die, obviously, because that had the choir in the beginning. It was just a really good song. Cry No More was a really good song. I love the song with 21 Savage, Top.
I like that song too.
Yeah, that song is really good. You Can't with Gunna, Kid Laroi. 2 Chainz, I love that song.
I like that song too. I was surprised that you like that song.
Man, see, like, and it's actually insane because the thing is, I'm not really like the biggest drill fan, and I'm not talking about like New York drill or UK drill. I'm talking about like actual Chicago 2013-14 drill. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but two artists I did really listen to was Fredo, R.I.P., and G Herbo. I listened to G Herbo. I would, check in on him, and then when he started dropping, Welcome to Phaso, and I can see the progression in him, and it's really nice to see, honestly. Like, I really do appreciate it. And yes, he has different types of I wouldn't say styles exactly, that he's trying to tap into different bags. I think that would be the best way to say. He's trying to tap into different bags, and you can hear it, but you can still hear his Chicago drill roots. So it's something that the old fans and the new fans are really gonna appreciate. And plus, he has that banger that he dropped before the album came out, Statement. I don't know if you heard about the whole story where they said apparently he was committing fraud and all that stuff. He dropped the song to say that pretty much, no, I was not committing fraud. But
actually, I did hear about that.
Yeah, so love that song. I play that song all the time. It's a good song to get hyped to, and that's another thing I like about this album. I'll put this as my last point on the album. As Enigma said,
speak your piece, brother. Speak your piece.
As Enigma said, he is telling a story. Herbo has always been someone that will tell a story, but he'll tell it in a way that is different from a J. Cole or a Kendrick, as to where I'm not saying they quote unquote preach to you on their songs, but it feels more like, bro, like, sit down and listen for the 3, 4, 5 minutes, however long the song is, and like really analyze the lyrics. Like, Herbo is a different artist in that he makes music that has a story behind it, but it is still very much turn up music that you can have fun to, which is very appreciated. And I don't know, I just really like it. He carries a lot of these songs. There's only what 1, 2, 3, 4 songs. There's only like 4 songs with features on them, and it's a 19-track album. So, he is really carrying this album, which is good to see as well. But yeah, I really like it. That was my first impression. I really do like this tape. I will be listening to it further.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it another listen. Like, this is not the end of my experience with this album.
Yeah, I mean, I rock with Herbo. Definitely putting on for Chicago. He putting on for the Chicago artists, and it's nice to see his growth. I can't wait to see what he does next, not only in music but just endeavors as well, because I feel like if you've ever seen Herbo like just actually talk, he's actually low-key funny, and he has some insight because he's seen a lot at his age. I mean, it's crazy. Like, the way he talks like he's an old man, but he's really just like 25. So, he's kind of insightful. But yeah, just interested to see where his career goes in general. But yeah, that was all I had to say about it. You have anything else to say about 25?
No. That's pretty much everything that I had to say about the album too. I'm just gonna have to keep listening to it and give it a couple more run-throughs to see how I really feel about it, True. Another album that dropped this week, well, not this week, it was last week. Another album that dropped last week and is getting, I would say, a good amount of buzz. It's been getting a good amount of buzz. Tyler, the Creator, or Tyler Baudelaire, dropped Call Me that
If You...
meme went right over my head.
That's that's what he's calling himself now, Tyler Baudelaire. So
From the freaking series of unfortunate events?
oh, that's where it's from, Lemony Snicket.
Yes.
Oh wow, no,
Wasn't that their last name, the Baudelaires?
I think so. I think so.
Yo, does this guy want the hand? Yo, anyways, I'm sorry to cut you off. Continue.
Hey man, but yeah, Call Me If You Get Lost, the album dropped. This is, I don't know what number studio album this is from Tyler, but he's pretty deep into albums at this point. Well, not infamously, he famously had, I would say, it would be his breakout album, Igor, because that's really what got him like a lot of commercial success. Even though you could say Goblin was his quote unquote breakout album, but this was like
I
the
would
album.
say Goblin was his like main, like not mainstream, but like that's when people started to take notice of him.
Yeah.
Igor is his like breakout popular.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Breakout in the sense of getting out of your niche fan base.
Yeah, like he really like went into the mainstream with Igor. So some people will argue Goblin, but anyway, regardless, that the album came out. How many tracks was this? This album was what? 1, 2, 3. This album was 16 tracks. Had features from Uzi, Pharrell, Brent Faiyaz, Lil Wayne. Enigma, you listened to the album. How did you feel about it? What are your first impressions?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I listened to this album while I was zooted out of my mind with my homie, but I did listen to this album still. I did pay attention. I just wanted that to be prefaced so that people know that I'm honest about my mental state when I was listening to it. But while I was listening to this album, my friend actually pointed something out to me. We're listening to it and he said, I love this because it's super consistent. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Every song sounds different to me. And that's what was bothering me about it, that every song sounded different and I couldn't really catch a vibe. There were a couple tracks that I liked the feeling of, but just as I was starting to get into them, it felt like it was switching. And he was like, no, not every song sounds like the same vibe, but every song, once it starts until it ends, has a consistent tone and consistent theme and consistent feeling to it. And when I started to pay attention to it, I was like, I actually see what you're talking about here. It wasn't that bad once I kind of absorbed it like that. I kind of want to go back and listen to the album again because, again, there was nothing that I could just throw on a shuffle when I'm getting in the car and I'm just about to go like run an errand or something really quick. You know what I mean? It felt like to me when I was listening to it the first time through that it was a project that I was supposed to listen to. So I have to give it another shot and see if there's anything that speaks to me beyond that and makes me go, oh, I could just throw this on when I'm getting in the car real quick. I gotta give it another shot for that.
I feel you. Me personally, I'll start with this. I've been listening to Tyler since 2014. So keep that in mind when I critique this album. This album was good. I still feel like Igor was his best album. From front to back, that is his best album. But this album is really good. I do like that Tyler has kind of the thing about Tyler Creator, he finally kind of matured. I would say he definitely matured with Igor, and this is just like the next step. But I feel like Igor, as I said, was definitely better, but I mean maybe because that was the initial jump out. But regardless, he had DJ Drama doing his, you know how DJ Drama and Swiss Beats, they do their like commentary over every song.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. A lot of people were complaining. I think those people honestly
I feel like they missed the point.
You know what? I'll just say it. I feel like a lot of those people, they're not really like hip hop heads. like they don't really like listen to hip hop like that. They're most likely Tyler the Creator fans, like that type of music. Like they listen to like Earl Sweatshirt, Tyler the Creator, and like I don't know, like Steve Lacy and shit like that. I don't feel like they actually like genuinely listen to hip hop, because if you listen to hip hop, you're used to people like DJ Drama and Swiss Beats and people just getting on and just doing ad libs and they're not on the song. Like you're used to that. Yeah. That's very much, you know, like DJs are very much important to hip hop. So I honestly feel like the people that are complaining, they just don't listen to hip hop music. So,
yeah, they're just not in the loop.
Yeah,
it goes over their head.
It's not, you know. But yeah, DJ Drama was all over this. It was cool. He was like out here calling Tyler Baudelaire. He was like, one song he was like, there's some beautiful young lady just fed me grapes. We out here, we chilling. Like, you know, it was cool. It was cool to hear. It was cool to hear, especially on the Tyler album, because I never saw Tyler the Creator as a person to have a DJ Drama type person just on there giving ad libs and stuff like that on songs. So it was cool to hear. He kind of did step out of his comfort zone with that. He had 42 Doug, 4'2" Doug on a song. He had a Young Boy.
That. I thought that kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, the young boy caught me off guard too. I was like, yo, these features, I didn't expect this from a Tyler album.
Yeah, he really did step out of his comfort zone with this one. And I feel like that's the same thing I said with G Herbo. Every album kind of either elevates or has a different aspect that his previous ones did not have. So, you know, it was really crazy to hear Young Boy and Ty Dolla $ign on a song with Tyler the Creator. Crazy enough, because he got Ty Dolla $ign on a song with Young Boy and their styles don't even sound like they mix, but Young Boy gave a crazy verse. I love that song. Yeah. Ty Dolla $ign killed his you know, his vocal backings on the song. It was just a really good song. It was a feel good song. Hot Wind Blows, I love that song. Wayne gave an amazing verse. Wayne showed that, you know, he still got it even in what, Wayne is like 40 something. Yeah, in his 40s. We got Damo, you know, Damo Genesis. He was on Manifesto. If you're a big Odd Future fan, you know Damo. He used to be in the Odd Future Collective. Brent Faiyaz on Sweet. That song was like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, that song took forever.
It was a really long song. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if, once again, that's like a Tyler the Creator. That song, I feel like, is tailored towards his type of fan base. Like only his fan base would like music like that. Like that would not be a song that like someone outside. Well, no, someone outside might like it, but like really tailored towards his fan base, like the stuff that they like. Juggernaut, that song was insane. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I heard that song, I like, because the thing about me, when I listen to albums, I either listen to them in the car or I literally just like sit down and like try to like digest the music. And I was sitting down for this album. I was sitting down and listening to it, and I heard Juggernaut come on, and I heard the beat, and I was like, okay, this is a nice little beat. It's kind of fi. And then I heard Uzi. I heard Uzi come on. And it wasn't just Uzi on the track. It was Uzi actually rapping. Bro, this is insane. For the first time in like, what? Oh my gosh, what? I want to say 8 years. For the first time in like 8 years, 9 years.
We actually got to hear Uzi rapping.
Tyler the Creator got Lil Uzi to actually rap on a song. Like, not like no melodic stuff. He actually rapped. Insane. Pharrell gave a cool verse. I mean, I like this album. I just don't think it was as good as Igor. You know, I have nothing bad to say about it. I just don't think it was as good as Igor, but it was a really good album. And
no, you can't just say that. You can't say I have nothing bad to say about it. It just wasn't as good as Igor. But you need to expand on that.
Okay. I feel like
I'm not even a Tyler the Creator fan, but for the sake of the Tyler fans, you need to expand on that opinion.
Okay,
that's a hot take.
So,
especially because you haven't had nearly as much time to sit with this album, so that's an interesting opinion to have.
I would say it's not as good as Igor because, I don't know. The songs, there were songs that hit me You know, like obviously like Juggernaut and Hot Wind Blows and Lumberjack and Corso. I really like that song too. There were songs that hit me, but I feel like Igor just, I don't know. Igor just had a vibe to it that I didn't feel on Call Me If You Get. I don't know. Like, I really just can't explain it. Maybe because I feel like Tyler stepped into his especially from, I'll say from like Wolf back in when was that, 20, I want to say 15, back in like Wolf days, all the way from, it kind of started from Wolf. He started to really lean on his instrumentation, because even back when he used to make mixtapes on Bastard, you could hear, if you weren't listening to all the crazy stuff that he was saying in the background, if you were listening to the beats, they were actually really well produced, because like he was the one like he was pretty much making most of the beats, and he taught himself how to play piano. He taught himself to play piano by, I think he used to listen to a lot of like jazz music and Erykah Badu, I think. And so yeah, if you weren't listening to the lyrics, you could hear that he was actually, like, the instrumentation was actually really good. Like, there were chords and there were blues, like, it was really good. But he's always had like a musical, I would say, graduation every single album. And I feel like Igor was like, I don't want to say the peak, because I feel like he could make a better album, but Call Me If You Get Lost just wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't hit me like Igor did. Not even saying that the songs were bad, because they weren't. It just didn't. I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you for elaborating. I definitely didn't want the Tyler fans to come for your head without you at least getting to explain your position.
Yeah. I would say off first impressions, it's a very good album. Just not as good as Igor to me, personally. Don't murder me for that. You know.
I think I want to give it a little bit more breathing room and sit on it a little bit more. But I mean, I also liked Igor more so far.
Yeah. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's, you know, personal opinion. That's how it is.
Music is always subjective, but people just wanna get offended. And that's those were the two like really big albums that we had on our show notes like listed. But I was wondering if there were any other songs or any other music that you wanted to talk about that you've been listening to recently that you want to share with the listeners.
Shawnee Bin Laden. I've been listening. I don't know. I like listening to Shawnee Bin Laden, bro.
I heard you,
bro. Hey, I'll put the link in the description. There is a song called Georgia. Shawnee Bin Laden, he's an artist that really leans into, he's kind of like Kanye. I'm not comparing him to Kanye. I'm just saying he kind of does what Kanye does, how Kanye leans into the sampling. He samples a lot of really hit songs. Like he sampled the classic Georgia song. I forget the name of that song that goes he sampled that song as well. He just leans really heavy into samples, and I just really like that Georgia song. I like Georgia. The other name of the song escapes me now, but yeah, I've been getting into Shawnee Bin Laden.
You said Georgia 4 times. Come on, is there any other track?
I don't know. No, I've been listening to his songs. I just don't remember the name of them because it's on SoundCloud. When I'm on SoundCloud, I just play the songs, but I just hit rewind to play them back. So yeah, Shawnee Bin Laden, go check him out. I'll put the link to the song if anyone actually wants to go listen to it. And Sofago, I've been listening to a lot of Sofago. If you know about the underground, you know Sofago's pretty much next up. He gonna be like the next like Don Toliver, bro.
I wouldn't even call Sofago underground anymore. Like everybody talk. Like I feel like he's in the conversation now.
Yeah,
he's definitely next up.
It's crazy because I've been listening to Sofago since like mid 2020, back when like no one knew who he was, and just like it's wild to see like his blow up, and it was really quick too, really quick. But yeah, I mean, Sofago and Shawnee Bin Laden, that's like new stuff that I've been listening to right now. How about you?
Hold on, I just had my music up.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Brent Faiyaz?
Mm-hmm.
How do I say his last name?
Brent Faiyaz, yeah.
Brent Faiyaz, thank you. Because I don't really listen to him like that. him and Drake put out that track the other night called "Wasting Time."
Yeah.
It's kind of long, but it bumps. It's some straight R&B vibes. I've been on kind of like an R&B kick more than rap right now. Like I've just been in the mood for some more R&B. I kept getting this one YouTube ad for like, I think it was Apple Music or the Beats headphones, like the earbuds or whatever. But every time I see the ad, Mystery Lady by Masego plays, and now that song's been stuck in my head with Masego and Don Toliver.
Hey man, that's how advertising works, bro. Play it over and over again until it gets stuck.
That song, it was already good. That's the thing. I was like, this song is already good, but now you want to get it stuck in my head through a commercial? Okay, say less. Been listening to a little of that, unreleased Juice WRLD, some of those leaks. I caught a little vibe with something that was Young Thug and Juice WRLD that was unreleased, and I was like, damn, that needs to come out.
Ooh. I heard apparently he has like an album that's gonna be coming in like 3 parts.
Yeah, and Baby's working on something for the next posthumous rollout. Yeah,
there's gonna be some big artists on it. I think Travis Scott is confirmed to be on it. I think. Don't hold me to that. I did see his name tied to the project though, so we'll see. But is that it?
Actually, pause. That is not it. And there was one more that I wanted to mention. 2 more, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
It looks like I'm still waiting on Corday's project. So I'm like just kind of anticipating that. Like I've been going back listening to some Corday that I really vibe with, like Have Mercy and stuff.
Did you listen to the EP?
Yeah, I listened to the EP. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm going back now because I already listened to that. I'm just waiting for the project. And KSI dropped a single. I think I talked about this on the last project, Holiday, and it was doing mad numbers. I think it went number 2 on the UK charts. It was doing a madness, like it was going crazy. And
a mad thing, bruv.
Hey yo. And his album comes out on the 16th. And I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it, and I haven't heard anything except for the singles that are already out. I heard that a bunch of stuff started getting leaked, and that's why he put out Holiday, because it wasn't going to be on the album originally, and now it's the lead single because everything was getting leaked. But I didn't hear anything, so I'm just looking forward to it.
Cool. We might have to talk about that when it drops. I'll check it out.
I'm going to be bringing it up even if it's not on the show notes.
Yeah,
when we get to the music we listening to part, I'm going to talk about it. Don't worry, KSI, I got you.
Olajide.
My boy.
Yeah, but I think that's it for the music category. We're going to move into pop culture though. So if you haven't been living under a rock, you've heard of a little application called Clubhouse. It's kind of like a service. It was invite only, but it was an application where it was used for networking, where you kind of just get in like a big online conference room, but it's audio, and you just talk to people, network. I heard it was really effective. Like there were people that were actually getting ideas out and making really meaningful connections, but that quickly went sour because clout chasers like to ruin stuff. Then Twitter brought their own Clubhouse-esque feature to Twitter, and they called it Twitter Spaces. If you, once again, have not been living under a rock and you are a frequent Twitter user, you've probably heard of all of the crazy Twitter Spaces. You have Bark Space, Moan Space, and Macaroni Space. So
is this Twitch all over again?
Yeah, it's getting crazy out here, man. It really is getting crazy.
Twitter, just don't put TWI in your just don't put twit in your freaking your website name, and you should be okay. Oh my goodness.
I guess, man. But this is something that's really interesting. Once again, I attribute this to combining a bunch of people that are, I guess you would say, on the same wavelength, and them just coming together to just make content. Because that's all this is at the end of the day, is just content for people to laugh at and, you know, something to talk about. But it's gotten crazy. It really has gotten crazy. Anyway, have you like been in any of these spaces?
I've joined a couple Twitter spaces, but I don't. My perspective of it is actually different from yours. I haven't actually joined ones that were purely content farms. That's part of it, but it was people who. The things that I saw were people who were complaining about how Clubhouse had turned out, because originally the exclusivity of it made it very good for networking with people. But as it continued to open up, hold on, excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
As it continued to open up, it started to get more saturated with meaningless content, and there was less usability for networking. And those people were using it again to like network and talk about things that were interesting, like share opinions and ideas.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to get into the ASMR gate Twitter spaces. I do not want to browse. I don't want to look around.
Hey man, if you know me off the podcast, because I like to keep it professional on the podcast, but if you know me outside of the podcast, I am here for the fuckery. I am here for the foolishness, the buffoonery. I'm here for all of it. I've been in a few of these. I haven't been in the Bark space. I did see a clip from it and it was insane. It's literally started a trend where now people are like going into like, it even happened to me one time. Someone came in my Twitch stream and was like, bro, like bark, like do the barking shit. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? But yeah, I wasn't in the barking one. I did, however, catch the moaning space, and I did catch the macaroni space. So pretty much the moaning space is pretty self-explanatory. It's a moaning, you pretty much just bring people on and they get on. Pretty much how it works, I think there's like 10 speakers that can only speak at a time, and they pretty much just got everyone to just moan and do the best moans. And some people were getting paid, like they were having cash prizes for them, I guess. So they had the moan space, and then by far the craziest one, this is the one that I have seen everywhere and I was actually a part of, the macaroni space. And I was a part of it, it was kind of by chance. That's
what they all say.
No, it was literally by chance, because I have to wake up really early for work. So I woke up for work, and usually like I check the time and then I check to make sure that like I'm actually getting to my job on time, because the days change every day, times change every day. But regardless, I get up, I usually check my phone, make sure that everything's straight, I don't have any emails or anything, and then I continue. I got a notification from a streamer that I actually follow, because they were the ones that actually started it. If you know who Your Rage and Scum TK are, they started the macaroni space. So he had tweeted out, I have him on notifications, he had tweeted out, starting a macaroni space, jump in. So I get in, and they're talking about getting girls to play with their coochie and make the macaroni wet sound on the mic, bro. So I'm here listening to the plans. I'm like, this is not gonna be anything, bro. They literally had Snot in there. And you know who Snot is? He's a rapper. They literally had Snot in there. There was a bunch of other verified people in there. So it was insane. If you've seen the clips, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna get into it here, because I obviously don't want to get in trouble with Susan. But
we need to give all these men 600.
Yeah,
they need to all go to party jail for a little bit.
It was
all
insane,
getting 600s
bro.
in my chat. You come in my Twitch chat and you start asking about macaroni spaces, you're getting 600.
Hey man, it's content at the end of the day. I love the foolishness, I love the buffoonery. I'm here for it. So yeah, it was definitely something. I just want to see what the next one is going to be. How are they going to top this? That's what I'm interested to see. But yeah, that was pretty much all for macaroni spaces and noises and stuff like that. This is the next topic is a little serious, a little bit more serious. So Little Uzi. pretty much what happened was Uzi, well, right now he's not convicted, so we're gonna have to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Uzi allegedly went to West Hollywood at it was a restaurant named Dialogue. He went to West Hollywood to some restaurant where his ex-girlfriend Brittany, if you're a big Uzi fan, you know who Brittany is, but her full name is Brittany Bird. Brittany Bird, she is now dating another artist named St. John, and I guess they just went out for lunch and they were just having fun, and I guess Uzi knew that they were there.
Brittany made a statement that they were there for business.
Yeah. They were there. It was Brittany, St. John, and there were some other people there. Some witnesses, obviously, because it's a restaurant. There's a bunch of people. So Uzi pulls up to the restaurant, sees St. John. He allegedly swings on St. John, misses. While he falls on the ground, because he put a lot of energy into the punch, because it says he fell on the ground and a gun fell out of his holder or pocket. Gun falls out. Waistband. Yeah, waistband. Gun falls out. He picks it back up. Apparently, he points it at Brittany Bird's stomach. That's what we're hearing from the reports. Allegedly, he points it at her stomach, and then he goes on to hit her, assault her in some sort of way. He then goes on to assault her some sort of way and then fled the scene. Very, very crazy. This is a wild situation that I really did not see coming. But Enigma, what are your thoughts on this whole Uzi Brittany Bird situation?
So, there's a lot of he said, she said going on. The reason why Uzi had a problem with the situation in the first place is because Brittany Bird is the girl who not only was Uzi's first girlfriend, but the one who basically crafted the look and image that we know as Little Uzi Vert today. She had a really big impact on him also in his music, and if you've been listening to Uzi's music even from the beginning, he mentions her a lot. She's a very relevant figure in his life. So I can see why he felt some type of way that someone that he had done music with, like St. John, even if they weren't necessarily friends just because they did music together, he would have probably assumed that at least we were cordial in some way. I can see how that would be off-putting to him, and how he would be like, why are you showing out in public with my ex and taking her out to dinners? However, if what actually transpired is exactly as was told, first of all, out of pocket. You're not rolling up with the strap to come fight some man at a restaurant because he's with shorty. At least pull up somewhere else. Don't pull up at the restaurant in the public place with the strap. Don't make no sense.
Especially in West Hollywood. that's crazy. Yes, that's an West Hollywood area. That is not the place to be doing all that.
No. Second of all, you're a rapper. Someone else should be holding the strap. Why do you have a gun? What are you talking about? Why do you have a gun? You should have someone with you who holds your gun. You should never touch a gun.
Definitely.
Third question that I have is, was freaking what's his name? St. John. Does St. John have ultra instinct, or did Uzi freaking try to punch this man like Deku from My Hero and swing and miss? Because how hard did he swing that he freaking missed and fell over? Like there's just a lot of inconsistencies with the story, and it's just bothersome to me. So I'm kind of waiting, because like you said, it's West Hollywood. There were a ton of witnesses, like potential witnesses, and there's cameras everywhere in areas like that. So we should see some video evidence of the actual situation as it unfolded soon, hopefully. Yeah. And then we'll have a better understanding of it. But as for my opinions on like if he actually did this thing, nah, that's out of pocket, man. That's hella out of pocket.
Yeah, Uzi, this is not the wave, bro. This is not the wave, especially because this is your ex-girlfriend, bro. You're literally dating someone else. This is not a good look for not only you, but now you embarrassing your girl as well, because people is out here looking like, oh, so he fighting for Britney, huh? Okay, so it's just not a good look. All in all, this is not a situation to be putting yourself in, especially at Uzi's level. Like Uzi is arguably a superstar. So for Uzi to be rolling around with a gun on him and in West Hollywood, where it's like, that area, West Hollywood, from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, that's a really up area, like a very posh, people with money area. So you can't be rolling up, you as yourself. You can't be going there with like a gun ready to start a fight or scare people or whatever Uzi's intention was. You don't do that there, bro. Like, that's just not the way. Like, okay, you had emotion, which, I mean, once again, that's your ex, bro. So it's like, and that's his ex from a long time ago. They broke up from a long time ago.
You got JT tatted on your hand.
Exactly. Like, imagine if he swung on St. John with the hand that he had JT tatted on, bro. Insane. Right?
That's out of pocket.
What? Hey man, I'm trying to make jokes because this is just like, this is an insane situation. I can't believe that Uzi really did this.
It's virtually unbelievable. I would genuinely use the word, this situation is unbelievable.
This is crazy. Her manager did actually confirm that she did go to the hospital from whatever injury she sustained from the assault, alleged assault. So, I mean, we'll just have to see what happens. I don't know what happens to Uzi. He's most likely gonna get arrested because Brittany Bird is also working with the police. She's cooperating with the police and she's giving them whatever information they want. So Uzi will most likely get at least brought to the station and questioned, most likely arrested. What happens if he gets convicted? I don't know. Definitely.
I think we'll just have to wait and see.
I don't know, man. Yeah, we're definitely just gonna have to wait and get more developments as they come. But not a good look. Uzi, you definitely should not be doing stuff like this. Yeah,
it's not worth it for your career, man. Like, when you're a big poppin' celebrity like that, like, let me put it in terms like this. You're making millions of dollars every minute that you're alive. Every moment that you could be in jail is another moment that you could be working on music to make more millions.
It's true.
And putting out more music to make more millions. And keep in mind, it's COVID right now. But think about how many millions and billions of dollars the industry, like artists specifically in the industry, are losing from the lack of touring that's going to come back. That influx of money. And what, you want to go to jail over a shorty that you're not even like with anymore? That's your ex from time? And you have JT's name tatted on your hand? Come on, guy, fix up.
It's just not a good look, man. I don't, especially, you bring up, the whole, like, this is definitely not the time to be doing this, Uzi, because, like, you gotta think about it. Rona's finally, like, going away. Like, a lot of places in America, you don't even have to wear a mask anymore. Like,
it's time for shows.
Exactly.
If you heard that a Lil Uzi Vert show was gonna be, like, coming in a couple months, bro, sold out every day.
He was supposed to go to, like, Rolling Loud, I think. He was slated for the first Rolling Loud.
Yeah, sold out every day, guaranteed.
Oh, I don't know, man. Definitely not the time. Uzi's supposed to be out here getting big bags, doing shows, getting his streams, working on his next album, doing features. Not supposed to be rolling up on your ex from like 4 or 5 years ago because, even if she did move on, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, that's your ex. You know.
Moral of the story:
I don't know,
men, you need to make sure that you move on too.
Big facts.
Let people be happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Don't be going out there stalking your exes and holding on to them. It's not healthy. It's toxic. And there's so many better and more productive things that you can do with your time.
True. Talk to him. Moving on to something. No, I can't even say this is lighthearted. This is just more bullshit. More bullshit, bro. That's crazy. That's how we ending the show, bro.
Yeah, this is how we ending the show.
Okay. Cryptocurrency is looking to be a good investment, not financial advice. Looking to be a good investment for the next couple of years to decade. One thing that is very infamous in the crypto community is quote unquote rug pulls. If you don't know what a rug pull is, it's pretty much a scam.
Pump and dump.
Yeah, it's a pump and dump. It's a scam. They get everyone to buy in. The creators holding a bunch of coins so that when the price goes up and it gets some exponential gain, they sell. It takes all the liquidity out of the project and everyone's left with nothing. They run off with all the money. Tell me why. Tell me why.
What a heartache.
FaZe Clan. Oh my gosh. Tell me why.
Continue.
It's cool. It's cool. Tell me why FaZe Clan and Rice Gum are participating in crypto rug pulls and scams. So there was a cryptocurrency by the name of Save the Kids. I believe that's what it was called. The name of the acronym.
That is what it was called. You're correct.
Yeah, the acronym of the coin was KIDS, and the goal of this whole cryptocurrency, this project, the whole goal of this project was to, one, quote unquote, they literally said this, redistribute the wealth. Redistribute the wealth
through communism.
And they were going to give a portion of the proceeds to a children's charity.
For a little bit more specificity, and the only reason I know this is because I watched a bunch of videos on it. You had a 3% transaction fee, and 1% of that 3% transaction fee was supposed to go towards efforts to helping impoverished children.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a cryptocurrency that would, one, not only make you money but go towards a good cause. So this obviously would draw in a lot of people who doesn't want to make money and help a good cause at the same time. So a bunch of people bought these coins. They said, okay, we're gonna hodl, it's gonna go up. If you don't know what hodl means, it's a meme in cryptocurrency. It pretty much just means hold until the price goes up. So they're saying,
dear life.
Hold on for dear life. Yeah, hold on for dear life. So
diamond hands, baby.
So they're pretty much thinking they're gonna hodl. It's gonna go to crazy prices. Everyone's gonna make a lot of money. Big drop comes. Another big drop comes, and then all the liquidity is gone. Everyone runs off with the money. This obviously blows up because a lot of people put money into this, and FaZe K, Nikon, Jarvis, and Tico have all been either suspended or permanently kicked out of FaZe Clan. Rice Gum is his own man. He adheres to himself. Rice Gum has actually been involved in another scam before, but that's neither here nor there.
I didn't know that all of them got like suspended or kicked out of FaZe.
Yeah, they came out with a statement. I believe K was the one that got kicked out. Like, he's done. K is done. And Jarvis, Tico, and Nikon, they got suspended indefinitely. I don't know how long that suspension is gonna last, but probably till this blows over, honestly and truly, probably till this blows over. If you know how FaZe is, because FaZe is,
once we ain't talking about it anymore, they're back.
You know
Banks
how,
don't care that much. Banks just cares about the optics.
Yeah, if you know, no pun intended. If you know.
Yo, that had layers. Anyways.
Hey man, you know, I'm a little witty with it, but yeah, this was insane. This is not the first crypto scam that has happened this year. Bunch of rug pulls have been happening. Mark Cuban, very, very big investor, owns the Dallas Mavericks. He got caught up in some crypto rug pull, like I think it was like 3 weeks ago or something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. So Enigma, how do you feel about FaZe Clan dealing in crypto scams? I can't even believe I'm saying that.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna say. There's a lot of layers to this situation, and it's very unsettling at the end of the day. Influencers are using their positions and their large followings to suggest to people that they're investing in these coins, and hashtag it's gonna go to the moon, and getting young, impressionable people to invest what little money that they have into these non-lucrative investments that show no sign of actually turning a profit based on the trend. These people don't know enough about it, so they're looking for somebody that they trust to advise them on what to do about it and how to invest and how to make the most money. And people like that are the most vulnerable to being scammed. I think that it's messed up that influencers are literally like tweeting and posting about how they're working with, like, we didn't I think you skipped over this a little bit in your setup of the actual situation, but the FaZe members who got in trouble and RiceGum and other influencers were literally like posting tweets saying we're partnering with Kids Token to help do a good cause, you know? Support, sorry, was the word I was looking for. To help support a good cause, support children in need. Kids Token is going to be great. They weren't explicitly saying you're going to make a lot of money, but these influencers were straight up saying Kids Token is good for impoverished children and children in need, which is going to influence people regardless. So I think that's absolutely disgusting that they did that. And also a lot of these like crypto markets are allowing influencers and early adopters to like buy coins early. So they're not necessarily being minted free coins, but it's like they're buying them early before like Kids Token had a pre-sale thing. They had like I don't know what the word I'm looking for, like exactly what they called it.
It'd be an ICO, like an initial coin offering, like how stocks have an IPO.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's an ICO.
Yeah.
They had an ICO, and there was no evidence to suggest that the influencers that were promoting Kids Coin didn't have an opportunity to participate in the ICO. It didn't release until like June 5th or something to the public.
Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad.
I think it sets a bad precedent for cryptocurrency moving forward, and it puts us several steps back, especially with people who are already reluctant about crypto because they can't like physically see their money.
Yeah, what I'm guessing happened is they probably came to them before, because pretty much how cryptocurrency works is like anyone can make a cryptocurrency. Like you don't have to be like some institution or like you could just be like 2-3 people.
The value is entirely determined on like what other people are willing to pay for.
It's all what the money that people put into it and what use that people see into it. So I could make a cryptocurrency. I could make a coin called CG coin, Enigma can make a coin called Enigma coin. Anyone can make a cryptocurrency. So what I'm guessing is these programmers or these coders made the cryptocurrency. They probably gave the influencers a whole bunch of coins before they did their ICO or whatever they did to initially get the public into the coins. And then once the price went up and people started buying it, I swear Phase K wasn't Phase K. They literally said that someone in the FaZe clan literally sold within 24 hours of them getting the coin.
Yep. I think it was K.
Yeah, like that's.
Yeah, you're not even trying to hide it. At that
yeah,
point.
you're a scammer. You're literally a scammer. Like, bro, and man, yeah, like you said, it's really bad for crypto because crypto right now is already in a really bad light with some of the narratives that people have, and this is not helping at all. And it's crazy that they would do this to their own fan base because they marketed it to their own fan base, and they know they're
they're actually finessing their own fans. That's like, the most disgusting part about it,
bro. Like, your demo was like 13 to like 16-year-old kids. Like, they don't have, like, bro, if they lose $200-300 by getting scammed, it's gonna take them a long time to re-up back on that $200-300. Like, bro, some of these kids don't have jobs. Like, they get allowance or whatever, however they get their money. So it's like it's bad all around. I really can't believe, well, no, I actually honestly can't believe it, because FaZe Clan, if you know about FaZe Clan, they really do some really,
they've always been about their bag first and foremost. The only reason why, like I said, that anybody got reprimanded here was because of the way that it looked, the optics.
Yeah, but like, there's nothing wrong with being about your bag, but like FaZe Clan, they just do it in like I don't want to say scummy, but bro, they do it in a way that's really disingenuous. I don't know if you heard, but back when like Rona was like really, really big, like how in America they were giving out PPP loans, like they were pretty much giving businesses, if they were losing revenue or what have you, they needed money to stimulate their business again, the US government would just give them a loan, a PPP loan.
Yeah.
FaZe Clan took out like $1 million or something crazy in PPP loans. You guys are literally YouTubers. You work from home. You literally turn on a camera, you turn on the game, or you go have fun and you record it and you post it and you make money off of that. What do you need a PPP loan for? Like, they just, the way that they go about making money is just, it's kind of disingenuous. Really is. So I mean, I'm not really surprised that it was FaZe Clan. I just, shout out to Drake. Drake said it best. I hate it had to be him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can't, like, I don't know.
I can't believe you had to use a Drake line to express how you felt about a FaZe situation. Like, that's how you know it's real.
It's bad, bro.
That's how you know it's serious.
It's bad out here, bro. If you
at the end of the day, I don't want this. Sorry, I'm gonna let you finish.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, I don't want this to continue being a thing, because it's just gonna keep putting a bad rep on cryptocurrency in general.
Yeah. This is just gonna make well, if you're a listener, I'm heavy into crypto. I do believe in it. This is just gonna make regulation even stricter. They're gonna come down even harder. It's not gonna be good, man. It's not gonna be good. I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was gonna say before, but
damn it, I should.
No. Yeah, I remember. If you are gonna invest in crypto, just do your research. Don't listen to influencers. Don't listen to, if you feel like you need guidance, watch a video or two, but like, don't take people's word as bond. Do your own research, invest in things that you understand and things that you really see having a future. Do not listen to Rice Gum and the FaZe Clan for your investing advice. That's pretty much what I came away from.
And recognize that crypto investing is even newer than investing in like stocks or bonds or mutual funds or anything like that. Investing in crypto, there are no professionals who have been doing this for years who you can hire to advise you on how to invest in crypto. So everybody's opinion is just an opinion at the end of the day.
Yep, it's only been around for what? Bitcoin came out in like 2008, so like 13, 12 years, something like that. So
it only really started taking off in like
2013, 2014.
Yeah.
So, be careful. Be careful if you are gonna get into crypto. Just investing in general. Just be careful and do your own research. That's the story at the end of the day. That is it, man. I don't know. I have nothing more to say about this shit.
No, and that's everything that we have on our show notes for today.
Yeah. Good show today. Good show, man. Loved it. Great topics. Anything else you have to say just in general, Enigma?
Before we close it out, let me just say, I definitely am gonna go back and re-listen to that G Herbo and the Tyler the Creator albums. I definitely got to give those a second shot and digest it more. So I'm looking forward to listening to those. Twitter Spaces are out of pocket, and I don't understand all of the appeal, but you do you, get your bag. You will not catch me in the macaroni rooms, and if you do, I was lacking. And if you see my burner account, it ain't me. Amen.
Same, man. All I gotta say, oh yeah, Doja Cat did drop an album. Funny thing, we put it on the show notes, but
neither of us had a chance to listen to it.
Believe me when I say it, Doja Cat to me is a shit artist.
Hey, yo.
Hey, bro, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I say it's just shit artist. I heard one song off that tape and I turned it right off. But yeah, thank you for listening to Ramehs Radio. We will be back with another episode. Within what, next 2 weeks? Yeah, every other week we drop an episode, so we'll be back next 2 weeks. There'll probably be some new music or something. There's always something to talk about. So thank you for listening.
Talk about Doja Cat.
Thank you for listening. You can catch me at It's Ramehs Everything TikTok. Go watch the TikTok. TikToks are kind of popping a little bit. Twitter, IG, YouTube, everything is It's Ramehs. Enigma, go ahead, shout out your handles.
I mean, just go ahead and look up UndeadEnigma 9 on Twitch, YouTube. If you want to find me on Twitter, just look for Enigma, but the handle's at Sequoia Walters. I'm probably gonna change that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Probably gonna make a new Twitter. We gonna see.
Yeah, the rebrand coming.
My Twitter kind of busting, but it's not busting enough, so we about to make it revamped. We gonna see. That's about all I got.
True. All right, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Tell us how you like the pod. Tell us if there's anything we should improve on. Tell us what your thoughts were in general about the topics. We want to hear from you guys. We really want to get I hate the word fan. We really want to get viewer and supporter engagement up. So go ahead. Got anything to say? Go ahead, just drop it in the comments. But that is it. Podcast.
We do read the comments. That's how I know that hater was talking shit about my voice.
We definitely read them. Trust me, I do read them. I read them on every video. Yeah. But
we appreciate everybody.
We do. Definitely, we do. We love y'all. Podcast people, podcast universe, checking in, checking out. This is Ramehs Radio, episode 6. Peace.